Just being back home, it's, like I said, it's very surreal. As you see, I get choked up just talking about it because it's right over the bridge for me, right under the tunnel.
NBA players get fined all the time on the basketball court. That could be for foul plays or violating an important rule. They often have to lose a few $1,000s out of their pocket. But with the ginormous salary they get for each game and various sponsorships under their wraps, a couple of $1,000s probably means nothing to them. But to lose almost $1 million at once? Now that's something else. In today's video, we're talking about an NBA player who got fined almost $1 million. We're talking about Kyrie Irving. Irving can easily be considered one of the most famous NBA stars of this time. He has always been in the media's attention. May that be because his praiseworthy game tactics or numerous controversies surrounding him. He is never one to shy away from the spotlight. Born in 1992 in Melbourne, Australia, Kyrie Irving became a high school star before briefly playing for Duke University. He was then selected by the Cleveland Cavaliers with the #1 pick in the NBA 2011 draft. From there on, he had a smooth, swift sailing 6 years with the team. In 2016, he even teamed up with Lebron James to score his team their first championship. From signing a 4-year deal worth $140 million with the Brooklyn Nets to releasing top-selling Nike shoes, he has done it all in his short ongoing career. A young NBA star dominating social media wasn't unheard of. Irving had it all, from looks to controversies. It didn't take him long to gain attention and become the people's favorite. But with good comes bad, so he was so scrutinized under the media and called out for every little thing, like all the celebrities and public figures are. He did say and do some pretty controversial things during his recent years. Mind you, he hasn't always been so outspoken. In fact, the 6-time All-Star point guard actually had a very quiet personality and provided very little intakes on things. As the years passed by and he played from one team to another, his controversies seemed to increase in number. From flat earth conspiracy theory, ex-girlfriends to problems with teammates and coaches, there are all kinds of news about him. But it was his latest controversy during the COVID-19 pandemic that brought tons of negative attention to him. We all know how the NBA stars live a glamorous life, from partying to girls to expensive booze. They have it all. Irving loves to indulge in it too. But maybe a party during the pandemic was a bad idea. Partying during a pandemic without following proper precaution before his game was the worst idea Irving could have come up with, and it cost him just as much. It cost him nearly $1 million. The NBA star was fined $50,000 by the NBA when his video of attending an indoor gathering went viral. The NBA fined Kyrie for violating the league's health and safety protocols because he was recording partying without his mask on. League rules prohibit its players from attending social gatherings with 15 or more people and a ban from player going to bars, lounges, clubs, and similar businesses with large crowds. All for a good reason, too. Irving violated 2 of the major guidelines. One was partying with more than 15 people, and the second was entering bars, lounges, clubs, and similar establishments. This little mishap caused Irving to miss out on 2 matches. He was put under 5 days quarantine where he would take a test each day, and if it continues to result negative, he could play in the next game. The league also announced that the player would forfeit his salary for the game, which wasn't a small amount. The 2 games he missed out cost him $410,000 per game, that amounting to a total of $820,000, not counting his added $50,000 fine by the NBA. The Nets announced that the star point guard Kyrie Irving had been ruled out of the game against Denver. Following this, he missed another game, which made it the 5th game he had missed this season. Some reports claim that he would be back to play the 5th game if he tested negative, but the guard was nowhere to be found. Previous to this, Irving had already missed 3 games due to personal reasons. Many reports suggested that he was on leave due to his social issue. Neither his teammates nor the league commented on the reasons, leaving it for Irving to do so on his own. But it wasn't hard to guess the reason. Back in December of 2020, he had another controversy with the media where he was fined $25,000 for not appearing in front of the media for a mandatory interview. NBA makes it mandatory for the players to be available to the media, but Irving didn't do so, resulting in a fine and backlash. The whole scene was said to have frustrated Irving, who decided to boycott media and had only recently lifted the ban and was appearing for an interview again. The whole purpose of this ban, he had said, was because he wanted to focus only on the game. The whole ordeal brought a lot of harsh criticism his way, especially when he referred to the media as pawns. After all that, we don't blame him for taking time off. But it was during this time when he was filmed, the video showed Irving dancing with his sister on a confetti-covered floor as she happily clapped and blew out the candles. All was good, except Irving wasn't wearing a mask and it was a relatively large gathering. This incident quickly went viral and attracted a lot of media coverage, making the league review the whole situation. At the time, back in January of 2021, COVID was still at its peak and precautions were necessary for you and for everyone around you. So to disregard it and potentially putting his fellow teammates in danger was not the best move on Irving's part. Fans and critics alike criticized him for his careless behavior and hoped that he would take a lesson out of this. The NBA took the right step by protecting their players, but unfortunately for Irving, he has already missed 5 games of the season, putting a sizable dent in his earnings. This was also not the first time when an important NBA player was caught under fire for not following regulations. Previous to Irving's, it was James Harden who faced a similar situation. Harden was also ruled unavailable for a game after a video of him being maskless at a club became viral. He too was fined $50,000 for protocol violation and was quarantined before he was fit to play again. Incidents like this happen all too often where a celebrity has no regard for the guidelines and do as they wish. Regarding the current situation where a little mistake can cost you your life, it's better to be safe than sorry. So to stay safe, and if you're bored while you're locked away in your home, go ahead and check out some of our videos. We cover a variety of topics, so take your pick and get settled. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe if you want more videos like this in the future.